Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So this build is actually not another tiny home. I considered building another tiny home for today, but I thought, you know what? We've built in the past like 2 weeks, we've built I think 3? Yeah, I think I've done 3 tiny builds in the past 2 weeks, or was it 4? I don't know if it was 3 or 4, but we've done a lot of tiny builds the past 2 weeks, and with tiny living coming out, we're going to be doing a lot more tiny builds. So yeah, I thought we would build a like regular sized family home. So this is a 3-bedroom 2.5 bathroom family home on a 30 by 20 lot in Oasis Springs, and as you guys could probably tell from the thumbnail and everything, it's going to be a very kind of Mediterranean style family home or Spanish style family home. I don't know exactly what the style is called. I've built a ton of homes in this style, but I still to this day can't remember if you call it a Spanish inspired like family home or a Mediterranean one. So yeah, it's just kind of like all of the builds that are in this neighborhood of Oasis Springs. So this isn't the neighborhood where the Landgrab family lives, it's where the Calientes live. So basically the style of build that you see around Oasis Springs, mostly in like this area. So yeah, it's a 3-bedroom 2.5 bathroom family home, and I did build it for a family of 4 Sims, so 2 parents. You know, these are just the Sims that I had in mind. You could obviously have whatever Sims you wanted to have live here, but I thought it would be for 2 parents and then a teenager and a child. And I thought a child girl and a teenage boy, but like I said, you can have any Sims living here. And then I also thought they would probably have like a large dog or something. So yeah, I actually also left in me figuring out the floor plan, which isn't something that I normally do. Normally I would cut this part out of me just trying to figure out what I'm doing with the floor plan, but this floor plan surprisingly didn't take me 700 years to finish. So yeah, I thought you guys might like seeing it, since I know a lot of you do enjoy seeing floor plans and stuff, and I do cut out me doing the bathrooms. So yeah, I figured the floor plan was a little bit more interesting than the bathrooms. So yeah, we've just already done that. And speaking of taking 700 years to figure out a floor plan, recently I've actually, if you guys didn't know, if you guys missed this, I did talk about it in I think 2 of my previous videos, but I have started streaming over on Twitch, and I will actually be live again this Sunday, so the 19th. Yeah, I just had to think about the date there, but yeah, the 19th, so Sunday, I will be live at 1 p.m. not Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, so that's I think 10 a.m. Pacific time. I will be live with some early access content for the Sims 4 Tiny Living stuff pack, so we'll probably be building some tiny homes. I will definitely be going over build and buy and create a sim in that, like in the live stream, and then we'll probably jump into building some tiny homes, maybe creating a sim or 2, stuff like that, just having some early access fun. Now I will have some early access videos going out on Sunday as well, so the embargo lifts for us at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So I will have, as soon as the embargo lifts, I will have some early access videos going out, and then at 10 a.m. Pacific time I'll be streaming. So yeah, we'll be doing the like whole build by overview kind of stuff. We'll be doing that over on Twitch. So I will leave a Twitch link, to my Twitch in the description down below. If you guys want to check that out, give me a follow so that you can be notified of when I go live. I streamed last Sunday, I streamed Wednesday, and then I'll be streaming this Sunday as well. So I'm going to try and do it kind of like that. I don't have a set schedule yet for live streaming or anything, since I literally just started, but I'm thinking about doing it like twice a week, so like maybe Sundays or Saturdays, either one. I'll get your guys' input on that and everything, but I'm thinking like once over the weekend and then once throughout the week, since I know not everyone will be able to make it throughout the week. You know, people have work and school and everything like that, and because of my time zone, I can't do it like really late at night for like the US. So yeah, because that would literally be like in the middle of the night for me. So yeah, but we'll figure that out eventually, as you know, we get, you know, as I do it a little bit more often, we'll figure out a schedule and everything like that. But yeah, so back to this build. This build, like I said, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 30 by 20 lot, and it turned out to be just under 175,000 simoleons. So it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but I mean, what do you guys expect? Unless I specifically set out to do a budget build, none of my builds are ever cheap. So yeah, I've just kind of made peace with that fact. And like, I don't know, I just really like the way it turned out. I don't normally build on a diagonal, and I will say this, I recently watched a like building tutorial by Lil Simsy. I will leave a link in the description if you guys want to check out that building tutorial. I would definitely recommend it. She gives some great tips in that video. But I recently watched a build tutorial that she did where she talked about building like this kind of style of a home, this Mediterranean style home. And she had a diagonal in that build, and I really liked the way it looked. I've never really, I don't think, tried building on a diagonal with this particular style of build. So I don't know, I just decided I'd try it out, and she, in that video, she recommended turning a diagonal into like either a living room or a dining room, and I definitely see, you know, why she said that, because trying to fit a kitchen on a diagonal is a pain in the butt. Like, it really is a pain if you're trying to get counters to work diagonally. So yeah, in this build, the diagonal bit is going to be the not the kitchen. What am I saying? It's going to be the living room, and then we have a like really fancy kind of formal dining room that we're working on right now. We also have a really big kitchen with a big like 6-seater like circular table in the kitchen. And then we also have, I thought this family would be quite wealthy, obviously, since the house is really expensive, especially for like a 3-bedroom house. But technically this house could be a 5-bedroom house if you wanted to. Upstairs I have a study, since I thought one of the like parents would be maybe a teacher or in the business career or in the law career or something where they would need a study of their own to kind of be quiet, away from the kids, you know, some place that they could go and work. So there's a study upstairs, and then downstairs, right at the front of the house, like by the kitchen, on the side that the kitchen is, there's another, like, it's not really a small room, you guys can see it over there in the corner. It's like a 3x4 room, so it could be like a really tiny bedroom. Or in this case, I turned it into an art studio, since I thought the other parent would be an artist or something. Maybe they're a critic that likes painting, or they're an actual artist, so they work from home. You know, whatever you guys wanted to have it be. You could obviously remodel this house and turn those rooms, like I said, into bedrooms, maybe a home gym, or anything you guys would need. So yeah, if you guys want to download this, by the way, it is up on the gallery. It's up on the gallery under hashtag ChrissieYT, hashtag ChrissieYork, or you guys can find it by searching for my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT, and I will leave that in the description down below as well for you guys. And I'll also have a gallery, like an online gallery link to the gallery website, if that makes sense, if it's easier for you guys to grab it from there. And speaking about the gallery, I don't know, obviously you guys probably already know this since this video is going out on Friday, but yesterday they actually released a patch for the Sims 4 on console, so for PS4 and Xbox One, where they actually gave you guys the gallery. So the gallery update that we heard about has finally come out. I honestly didn't expect it to be this early in the year. So yeah, everyone that's playing on PS4 and Xbox and stuff can now download stuff from the gallery. So yeah, if you guys are watching this and you play on like console or something and you want this house, you can get it. It's up there right now for you guys. I don't think there should be any problem with downloading it. So yeah, you guys can find it on the gallery, same like gallery ID, stuff like that. And then also we got an update yesterday for PC and Mac as well, where they added a bunch of, like, obviously they did a bunch of bug fixes, which they usually always do in patches. So stuff like the annoying bug with the shower tub combo not working, apparently they fixed that. I haven't tested it out myself, so I don't know if it's actually fixed, but they said that they fixed it, so I'm just gonna take their word for that one. But yeah, they've also added a bunch of stuff. So, or like a bunch of, I guess not stuff, like not like actual objects, but they've added a bunch of like functionality upgrades to stuff. So, for example, all of those like decorative bookends that we have, so the ones from like City Living with the 2 elephants and the little books in the middle, and the one from I think Moschino stuff as well with the little elephant bookends, with not the elephant ones, the little bear one, so like the little statue. That one, those things actually now work as bookcases, so your Sims can grab books from them, you can buy books from them, you know, like a regular bookcase would work. So that's really, really cool. That is going to be really handy for tiny builds actually, and I think that's why they did it, because, you know, Tiny Living is coming out and everything like that. Obviously I didn't build this build with Tiny Living in my game, since at the time I built this I didn't have Tiny Living yet. But yeah, so those like objects being functional like bookcases now is going to be really handy for Tiny Living, since when you're building tiny homes you don't always have space for a bookcase or like a whole bookcase. But this way you can just plop those like little decorative things down on a table or a counter or a shelf or something, and then it'll be functional as a bookcase. So that's really handy. They've also added the ability to have like TVs on end tables, so not end tables like these ones where they could usually have gone, but on things like the hallway tables. I don't know, I think they're called console tables or something like that. But TVs can actually now snap to those, which is really cool. You guys might have seen me use that red shelf in the past, where I'll put the TV on the red shelf and then raise it up to be the right height, and then kind of have it like semi-floating above the like table. So if you take the table away, the TV will just be floating in mid-air. But now the TVs actually snap to those tables, so that's really cool. And I don't think they've done the same with stereos, so I don't think all of the like different like tabletop stereos do the same thing. I haven't tested this myself yet. I've just seen stuff on Twitter and everything like that in Discord servers and stuff, so I've seen pictures and stuff, but yeah, I haven't tested this out myself, but that's what I've heard. I've heard that they haven't done the same thing for like stereos and stuff, but yeah, they've done it for TVs, so that's really nice. And I know they've added a few like not functional objects, but a few of the things that we've thought would probably be functional, so like decorative stuff. So the like speakers from Moschino stuff, the amp and speakers that came with Moschino stuff, that decorative speaker set, I think they've turned that into a like functional stereo item, so that's really cool. And then probably the thing from the update that I'm probably most excited about is the ability to upgrade beds. So you know how a lot of the like really cheap beds in the game have like one comfort or something, or they're either uncomfortable or something like that, where they give your Sims a horrible moodlet if you have your Sims sleep in them. So yeah, normally half of the beds in the game I don't use for my builds, and that's because even though they might be really nice for like the visual aspect of it, I might really like their like the bed colors, or they might really fit the style or something like that I want to use. A lot of the time they just have a really low like energy rating, comfort rating, or they have the like buff that makes your Sims uncomfortable if they sleep in them. So I just don't use them because they're annoying to have to deal with, and I don't want you guys to have to go through and completely replace all of the beds in a build if you download it and you actually want to play in it. So I just don't use the cheap beds. But with this update, you can actually now, if your Sims have, I believe there's like 2 upgrades that you can do to a bed, and one of them requires, I think this I tested out in game, I just had a quick look at it, and I believe it was you need level 6 handiness for the 1 upgrade, and I think it was level 8 for the 2nd upgrade. So yeah, you can give your bed some upgrades to make them not have those really annoying moodlets. So yeah, that would be really, really cool. That's something that I think is going to be so handy, especially if you're building like a really stylized build and you want the bed to fit the style, or you know, you maybe just like a certain style, or you have a certain color scheme, or you know, something like that. I think with the limited amount of swatches that we have in the game, that's going to be really handy to have, and I really hope that they add something like that to couches in the future as well, since that would be really nice as well. But yeah, so that's basically the whole update that they did yesterday, and I don't think that's everything that they've done. Like I said, I haven't really tested out any of this stuff yet myself, so I'm probably not the best person to talk about it, but I wanted to give you guys like a random quick overview about it. But yeah, so this house, we're almost done with it actually. I did have to cut out me doing some of the landscaping since it was really repetitive. I didn't really use any of the like buy plants. I used mostly plants from the show hidden objects menu, so like the world plants, and obviously those ones you can't like duplicate as you're placing them, so it was really tedious and really annoying to try and figure out the landscaping. But yeah, I did end up cutting that out, and we're just working on the little backyard area and then we'll be done. Like I said, I thought the family that lives here would be quite wealthy, so they do have a pool, they have a really nice outdoor grilling area and a bar, and you know, some sun lounges by the pool and everything like that. So yeah, I thought they would have quite a bit of money, and you know, they would maybe like entertaining, throwing parties, stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys like how this build turned out. If you did, give it a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, including some early access content for Tiny Living that'll be coming out on Sunday, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And like I said, I am streaming over on Twitch. I will be live this Sunday at 10 AM Pacific time, so that's 1 PM Eastern time. And we'll be live with some early access stuff, and like I said, I am trying to stream at least once or twice a week. So yeah, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, there's a link in the description. But I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you on my very next video. Bye guys.
Girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake ever kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace.